I am a talking.
Here we are with Ginger Price for another member mission present. And she is on the catechumenal team. Now, that's a way to prepare people for baptism at Easter, or maybe to reaffirm their faith at Easter time. And you're at the Church of the Transfiguration in Dallas.
Correct.
Now, you were part, if I recall, of our session almost a year ago, where we presented some of the resources for what we call member mission. What caught your eye and why?
I particularly liked the packet of worksheets of where people can answer questions about their daily life and how they can bring their life in the church to other areas of their life.
And just for others who are listening, those are the 7 of home and work, local community, the wider world, leisure, our spiritual health, and one's part in one's church life. And it's getting those two together. That's the heart of it. I'm glad you tried it. And tell me how it went when you tried it.
It went fairly well. We used it after the Easter Vigil, and the people wanted to get more involved in the church, and we wanted to get them more involved in the church because we had a problem in past sessions where people weren't involved in the church afterwards. They were going through the catechumenate process, and then we wouldn't see them at all, if, rarely. And so we wanted to get them more involved in the ministries in the church, and then have that reflect in their daily lives also.
Carried into their daily lives. And you say also, I'm hoping many times that that's the primary place they take it.
Yeah, well, I would hope so too. And I think that they do. I really do. A lot of people don't think about that or reflect on where they can bring what happens on Sunday into their work life the rest of the week. And I think that the member mission worksheets have really helped them to reflect on those.
Let me fill in the pattern of those worksheets just briefly. If I remember, first one, what is God doing in this particular area of your life? And then second, 2 or 3 or 4 questions that help you sift through to what will you actually do and when will you do it? And then Jesus sends us out 2 by 2. So the next is, who might be a teammate to help you? How might you draw them in and explain what you're doing and how it's part of God's mission? And really, in the end, how church might help them carry it on. So they've looked at quite a lot.
Yes, they have. Now, we actually invited the people we only had 1 session to do this in. So I did a brief introduction of the member mission theology. And then I asked them to choose one of those 7 areas of their life to answer those questions on and reflect. And then they actually paired themselves up, which was my plan, but they didn't know it, and started discussing what their answers were with a partner that they were sitting near. And they didn't necessarily pick the same topic, but it turned out to be quite a good conversation between each partner group, and I think that they got a lot out of it. And I actually had to stop them from their conversation because we had ran out of time.
Yeah. And I think you, as we were talking earlier, found a time when they were together. Was it at a party and you picked up some conversation? How was that conversation going?
It went really well. The conversation was at a party that was had some church members and people who had gone through the catechumenate process, and then some people who weren't part of our church. And they were talking to non-church members about their experience in the catechumenate process and how it helped them connect their church life to their daily life. So I really think that without them realizing it, it got them active in that area.
That's kind of the hoped-for outcome of all, that it becomes second nature
to
them.
That's true.
Now, what she's talking about can be done in any church group. It happened to be done in the catechumenate. There's infinite numbers of ways. You can do this on Sunday mornings. You can do this with adult classes. I'm glad to get this story. I have a big stake in the catechumenate myself, having been around as Episcopal churches picked it up. Thank you, Ginger. We'll look forward to hearing more.
Thank you.